In this episode, we're going to discuss 3 things they don't tell you when you start your corporate ladder climb. If you're like me and you started your personal development journey late, you might be trying to get further and faster by taking on lots of work and trying to impress your boss and your boss's boss. You may have read a number of personal development books, listened to a bunch of podcasts and been to a couple of seminars, and you really want to implement those ideas and prove to people around you that you can take on those bigger projects, climb the ladder and get the bigger salary or the benefits that you think getting higher up in your organization will give you. Well, in this episode, we're going to discuss 3 things that I had to learn the hard way. I definitely read the books, listened to the podcasts, took on the learnings, and tried to implement them as quick as I can, as fast as I can, and I found that I got it wrong. And I wish that somebody had taken a couple of minutes just to sit me down and explain some of the better techniques and strategies to use when you're trying to implement new ideas. The first thing no one ever teaches you when you're trying to climb the corporate ladder is learning to say no. If something doesn't fit your job role or fit your own unique skills or your attributes, but yet it's a task that is floated out to a number of people, you might have to resist the urge of saying yes to that because you're trying to prove yourself to the people around you and above you. However, by taking on a task that you might not be suited for, or also taking on a task that you might not have room for because you're trying to impress, can end up damaging you more than if you'd just not taken it on at all and focused on the projects you're already involved in. Put tasks and projects that are being floated and ask if you want to do them through your own funnel or a test. Are they suited to you? Do they fit your attributes? Is it something that you have time for? If it's no to any of those, don't take it on. The second thing that nobody really tells you on the corporate ladder, and some people might just learn this quicker than others. However, I still see it today, and I definitely failed from it myself. And that is resisting the directions from your boss and your boss's boss. Pro tip number 2 here is to find out what they really want to achieve and help them achieve it. If you're helping your boss and your boss's boss achieve the goals that they've set out within the organization, they will see you as somebody they can trust and somebody that they will onboard into future projects. Then, all of a sudden, when you've helped them achieve something that's important to them, they might start taking on your advice, and you can even help direct those other projects and those ideas towards some of the learnings that you were able to pick up reading books and listening to podcasts. But if you're sitting resisting your boss and your boss's boss directions right now in your corporate job, you're probably not going to be listened to or picked for the next project. Now, if you're working for an organization and they're asking you to kill lots of baby rabbits and you're saying no, I agree with that. But if you're just working in a normal office corporate environment and your organization isn't harming anybody, but yet you feel you want to push back, probably one of the reasons why you're not getting ahead as quickly as you think you should be. By helping other people achieve their goals, they will in turn help you achieve your goals. It's not manipulation, it's just people want to work with people who want to work with them. Before I get into point 3, you should check out the review I did on Seth Godin's book, Linchpin. You can check it out in the iCard above. It really does speak to a lot of the points that I'm discussing today. The third thing they don't teach you while you're trying to climb the corporate ladder is just don't do your job. There are many offices out there, including myself at one time, that just come to work and do the activities and tasks that our role demands. However, if you want to get ahead quicker and faster than some of the people around you, you just can't bring new ideas or you just can't talk the talk. You need to be able to walk the walk. And sometimes that means doing more than your job. Now, going back to point 1, that doesn't mean taking on every task that is offered out there by your boss or your boss's boss. This might mean actually bringing something from outside of the organization, some learnings that you've been able to pull together, and actually bringing something tangible to your boss or your boss's boss. A course, a project, an actual work document that helps change a workflow or a workload pattern, Whatever that might be for the organization that you work in, if you're just trudging along and you're just thinking to yourself, well, I've been here now 3 years, it's my turn to be promoted, you might have been able to get that promotion a year or 2 years quicker if you'd spent a little bit of time looking at the needs and the wants of the people above you and creating something that helps them. Or looking at what your fellow colleagues are struggling with and coming up with a solution that makes their workflow and their workload go a lot easier. So that's my pro tip number 3. If you want to get ahead, bring something extra to the table. To quickly summarize, if you want to get ahead a little bit faster than you are now in your corporate ladder climb, try learning to say no. Try learning to find out what your boss and your boss's boss needs. And also try bringing in some tangible, workable workflow or projects that can help not only your bosses, but the people around you. Let me know what you think of these 3 ideas in the comments below, and you can tell me what you've done in your corporate climb to be successful. That's it from me this week. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please go ahead and hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you can follow along and get lots more content in my struggling to succeed journey. My mission here is to deliver bite-sized videos each week that can hopefully help you start your journey of success. Thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you next time. And as always, make it a good one.